Hi, everyone, and welcome to Trades of the Week with myself and no other than our amazing Keith Sullivan, who's back from Jamaica. And you might see that our setups today are slightly different than usual. So, Keith, where are you and why are you there? Are you still in Jamaica?
No, unfortunately not. Unfortunately, I'm in the home office. I caught COVID once I come back from Jamaica, so have to isolate right now. But as you can see, I've got got my dartboard there, so I've got some practicing.
Yeah.
So I keep myself sane. But yeah, I'm working from the home office for the next few days.
And for those of you who don't know, Keith happens to be a dart expert, which is really interesting, some of his hidden skills. And me, I'm not in a church, which actually Gabriella said, I'm in my kitchen at the moment. So we're moving offices actually. So in a few weeks, we're going to get to a brand new office in Sweden, which is going to be awesome. But currently I have this amazing round window behind me, which I think is a win in itself. I don't dare to touch it because I'm afraid it's going to fall out and hit someone on the street. So we're not doing that. But let's get into it today. We have a lot to cover. The markets has really been falling down a bit, which is might be surprising, but we have some news to back it up here why that have happened. And after like a rise of 40%, a pullback is absolutely normal, but we are going to dig into it. Why is it happening? What can we do? And what actions can we take? But before we do that, I have something amazing to share with you today, which is purely incredible for you. Because we have launched a brand new product, which is the I Am Insider. And I Am Insider is really a free, it's accessible to everyone, and it's super simple to sign up. And as you can see, you can read about how it works here, but when you log in, you're going to get so much amazing material. You're going to get books. I'm going to show you in a moment, all right? I'm going to show you in a moment. So make sure you go in here now, you will be with an amazing growing community as well, to be surrounded with like-minded. And like I said, it's completely free, no credit card, nothing. You sign up, you get all the free exclusive content. So you will be getting various. So now I'm logged in here, right? So now I'm logged in, I've signed up, I'm logged in, and you're going to get a lot of exclusive material, which includes training videos, which include all the books of Marcus de Maria written by himself, and the quick start course about stocks, what you need to know to get started, same with cryptos. And you have a lot of very exclusive videos and resources and much more. And not only that, by joining here, you also receive various newsletters in your inbox which contains kind of trading floor results. What are we getting? Me, Keith, Eamon, Marcus, what results are we getting? What are we investing into? The top gainers and losers, and much more. All right, so make sure, without any further ado, that you do sign up. So go to investment-mastery.com/insider, and that will take you here, and then you're ready to sign up. I'm sure the link is going to be somewhere floating in space. So do make sure you sign up now and grab yourself a spot. We're very excited about this new amazing product that we have. So with that being said, let's jump into it, Keith. I think we're ready. So when we look at the market here, let's take just a sneak peek at the buffaloes we have been in. And Prudential Financial, we were up to almost a 3% profit, had a stop loss at 2%, and it went down and took us out at a 2% win, actually, which is awesome. So I think that's worth a moo, Keith. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Moo. That was a good moo. And then the second one is ABM. That's ABM Industries. That was a 1% loss on that one, which is part of the game. So that's a boo. Not a very good mood there. So that's part of the game, but no emotions for sure. And then we have TSN as well. So this is Tyson Foods, where we're up roughly 2% in profit. 1.5-2%. So I'm moving the stop loss currently to 1% profit to lock in that gain in case the market decides to go lower. And then we have two other ones where we're slightly in profit on Airbnb, that's what it's called, and American Airlines as well, where we're slightly in profit on both of them. So on American Airlines, when we're up around 1%, which we were, but if it goes down a bit more now, we're gonna make sure we lower our stop loss and put the stop loss around break even on that. So keep an eye out for that. But before we get into the two new ones we have for today, Keith, what is happening in the markets?
So in regards to the market, we are kind of in the same phase in regards to inflation, CPI. So last week, a big piece of news came out showing that inflation has actually increased by near enough 8% since last year. Now, for us, we look at stocks, we look at 8% don't seem much, but in regards to an overall economy, 8% is very drastic. Okay, so the Fed are now pumping fear into the market, saying inflation is getting out of hand. And we can also see that by CPI, Consumer Price Index, which is showing us that the consumers are actually spending less into the economy, showing a shrinking economy. So with both of them in hand, the Federal Reserve now are looking at increasing rate hikes at a much quicker rate. So we were looking at the 2% interest rate by near enough end of 2023, so quarter 3, quarter 4 of next year. But with inflation getting out of hand, they really need to take control of this. And the way that they're going to do that is they're going to increase interest rates at a much quicker rate. Okay. So that also is causing fear into the market because they're drastically trying to stop the growth of the economy and really hold down inflation. So with that, there was also a bit of news coming out from a couple of the banks saying that there may be a recession that can come into America based on inflation. So they are now fearful that inflation can actually spark a recession. And with the Federal Reserve, they may believe this too. So this is why they are really putting impact on increasing interest rates as quick as possible, okay, to really combat the inflation. Now, what's that mean in the market? It means we are seeing bearish moves in the market. So if we look at the US 100, for example, Dennis, which is mainly built with tech stocks, we can see that the US 100 over the last few days since this news has actually had a bit more of a drop. Okay, and as Dennis is going to show you there, we do have somewhat of an inverse head and shoulders, which actually is a bullish type of pattern, which means we could see this break on the upside, but we just don't know at the minute. So we have seen fear come into the markets, especially within tech, because tech itself, since the COVID pandemic, tech has been overvalued. It was classed as the safest bet for investors to pump their stimulus packages into. So as you saw, tech was massively overvalued. And once there was more fear coming into the market, we're going to see a lot more of the tech companies have a bigger drop. Now, is that fearful for us? Are we going to run out of the window? Are we going to not trade or invest? No, it's a great opportunity for us because of two things. Number one, we can get into a lot of tech companies which are fundamentally strong, okay, and our safest bet at lower prices. So that's great for us. And number two, when the economy is going to recover, what area do you think the market or the money is going to flow into? Once again, it's going to flow into tech because tech itself is a safe haven. It's the safest bet for institutions. So it's a great time to invest into the tech. Now, on the other side of the coin, as we're seeing tech fall, we may be seeing financials begin to increase in value, okay? Because increasing interest rates normally sees financial sectors have a bullish move. So this is where we can be hedged. We can be investing into tech, and if we were already invested into financials or the financial sector, we can then start looking at taking profits. Now, with that in mind, we also have earnings periods coming up over the next few weeks, and it's going to start with the financial sector. So your JP Morgan, your Goldman Sachs, your Citigroup, the biggest financial stocks, they are now coming up to earnings periods. So if you are trading these stocks, please be aware of earnings, okay, because that could cause the market to gap. So to overview, what we've just looked at is inflation is increasing, Fed may increase interest rates, which can cause the market to fall. Now, don't be scared of this. It's a great opportunity for us, especially with VCAs and also shorting positions. So Dennis, anything else to add on that?
No, I think that's awesome. And I think when we get weakness in the stock market, I do think it's a buying opportunity. And I do think that you do need to use the VCA strategy on really solid companies, because sooner rather than later, we will go in a longer term bear market. And it's just good to have some quality companies in your portfolio. And I think with companies, we're going to get to that in a moment, with the VCA being down as much as they are, I think it's just a great time to start getting in. I'm getting a bit excited, Keith, even, right? I think it's really cool that we get this opportunity.
100%.
So I agree. Let's see if this head and shoulder plays out. And for that to play out, we cannot. And I do think I'm going to make a proclamation, exclamation. I'm not sure which one, but one of them. Where I actually do think the lows are in. So I think the lows are in. I don't think we're going to head lower than where we were here. So We'll see. It's gonna depend on a number of things. One thing will be if they continue with quantitative easing, if they continue to see the growth the companies are seeing, and then I do think we have seen the lows. But of course, we could be some unexpected things coming, such as hopefully the war is over, but no one really knows, right, until it really is over. So it could be a few certain things that could, of course, make sure we do break a lot lower. But I do think so, and we're investing accordingly, but always following the strategies. So let's see if this head and shoulder plays out. So then we have two companies here as well we're looking at, always trying to be hedged. Number one is EchoStar Corporation, SATS, that's Sierra Alpha Terra Station. That's a good one. and it's a downward trend, 3 bounces. We might have a reversal candle here. And I think if we break below this consolidation here, where we have the entry, we have a consolidation around this point here. So then I think we will be heading lower here. So that's the first one. Number two is NVST. So that's Envista Holding Corporation. We have a nice green candle here. We have a nice pattern here, which is bouncing up and down. So we're looking for this to going higher as well. So those are the two we're adding. But let's jump over to cryptos as well, because cryptos has really been falling lower. And we said, we did have a break. Our crystal ball said, if you guys remember, that we did have a break above, and we thought, right, that on the break we were going to retest and then go higher. And oh boy, we surely retested and did go a lot lower. So you see, we don't really know what's going to happen, of course, either. We make qualified guesses based on patterns that have happened before. But currently what's happening here is that we're currently trading, as long as we stay above these lows here, I think we are safe. I don't think we are going to head below 34,000. I do think we had a correction, which is normal. But as long as we keep printing, like that that statement there. But as long as we keep making higher highs and higher lows, then the trend is going upward, and then we're very happy, and we're seeing higher highs and higher lows being created here as well, which is great. So we're seeing a bit of some upward moving action today, which is nice to see. But I think there's so many reasons to be bullish in cryptos. We're not going to keep this crypto session here too long. And currently we're seeing that the market is fearful. We're at extreme fear at the moment. That is definitely the moment to be buying, not selling. That's what we think. So we're at extreme fear. That is the moment to accumulate. So if you've been waiting to accumulate, now is a good time. From the high here, I'm sorry, I don't think we have enough of a rise here actually. So currently we are, as you can see on this one here, down roughly from the high. We've been adding to this, but down 40%. So a great opportunity to get into Bitcoin with the VCA or the CCA strategy. And we do have some news in the market as well. Number one news is that I'm going to end with a really good piece of news as well. But number one news is Luna. So Luna, they have a stable coin that people are getting very excited about called UST. And they are actually backing UST with Bitcoin. And their aim, I think they're buying, they added 173 million worth of Bitcoin in this recent dip now. And they're adding money each day to it to back up their stable coin. Now, what does that mean? That means that for every stable coin they have, so $1, 1 UST equals $1. And they're backing that up with Bitcoin, which means that if someone wants to have their money back or get the real USD out of it, well, then they're backing it with Bitcoin. That also has a value. So they aim to get up to 10 billion in Bitcoin and they wrote this, right, to open a new monetary era of a Bitcoin standard. And I think that's really cool. And actually, Paul, I think his name is Paul O'Leary from Shark Tank. I listened to him yesterday as well, and he said that he thinks we will not even be able to believe the amount or the growth and value the cryptos will have in 2025 or in a few years, because we haven't really seen any growth yet. Some of the bigger institutions are starting to get in, but the big funds, they have not really added cryptos, and it's just a matter of time. And he said Bitcoin, Ethereum That's tech, that's technology that is revolutionary, and with blockchain and cryptos. So in reality, if you invest in tech stocks such as Tesla, Apple, potentially, it's all tech, right? And Bitcoin and cryptos is just a new level of tech that can really support one of the biggest markets in the world, which is the financial markets. So we do believe that this is just the beginning for cryptos, and all this that is happening now with cryptos going up and down, up, it's just noise, right? It's just noise. So we just need to see the longer term picture, and we are going to keep trying to have you updated here all the time, right? Every week, in and out, every week we're going to update you on the latest news, what's happening as well. So comment below, what do you think? What are you investing into right now to really build your crypto portfolio? So make sure you stay excited. And another piece of news is Solana. Solana has really gone down recently as well. Let's see if I can find it here in our amazing list. I think it's at the top here. Yeah, cool. So Solana has some good news as well. Even though the price has been going down a bit, they're actually looking really, really exciting as a company. And being down from the high 61%, I think is a great opportunity to invest. And what Solana is doing is they've actually seen, even though they're downturning the market, they've seen that their applications of new addresses that are working on their decentralized platform has increased with 11% on average, which is great. They have now around 150,000 users on there, which is a great highlight. So Solana is growing. Solana is a great blockchain as well. So that's one thing to look at as well. And the last one, where you had some news, Keith, right? What is happening with Engine Coin? They're down 72%. A great opportunity, we believe, as well. Why is that a good opportunity, Keith?
Yeah, so in regards to Engine Coin, we're seeing that a lot of new gaming projects are trying to utilize Engine Coin as a platform, as a launch pad to release their new play to earn gaming system. And the reason for that is, number one, it's very sustainable. It's quite quick as an ecosystem. Number two, it's relatively cheap to utilize. And number three, it's easy to utilize as well. So if someone is looking to develop a game, they find it very simple to go over to Engine, utilize their launchpad and develop that game and release it. So we are seeing a lot more activity happening with Engine. Okay, so a lot more play to earn games are trying to release themselves on the Engine ecosystem. Now, why is that positive? Because play to earn could be massive. If you look at esports, for example, I'm not sure if you know what esports is basically playing electronic sports like FIFA, for example. The last person who won the FIFA competition won nearly $1 million for winning one competition for FIFA.
Was that you?
I wish it was me. I wish I was that good. They are amazing, but they won nearly $1 million. So play to earn is the next step. Okay, and it can be a huge area in crypto. Okay, with a large amount of growth. And this is why I think Engine can be that leading factor in regards to play to earn. And as you can see, it's around 70% down, give or take. Okay, so it's another great time to invest with Engine.
Indeed, absolutely. So all this is just noise. So lastly, I'm going to leave you with this. We have some good opportunities for you there. But what I'm going to leave you with is, if we look at the weekly chart, you can see that if we have a look at the longer term picture, this is just noise basically. And what you can see is that, I mean, dating back here till 2012, we see an amazing upward trend where Bitcoin has grown over 180,000% or 1,800,000%. I'm not sure, a lot, right? And we think this will continue as well. And in the shorter term here, well, I mean, back 2020, we're seeing a little bit of a triangle being formed here. So let's see where it breaks up. But in the shorter term here, we're not very worried what's happening in the shorter term. It can go down, it can go up, that's all good. But longer term, we do believe that we will target higher levels, especially if it's following the pattern it has before, when that target, which we showed you in another trades of the week, would take us up to roughly 180,000 in this cycle. So one step at a time. It's like dancing. It's 2 steps forward and 1 step back. But be patient and see the long game. So, yeah.
Yeah, there was one other thing that I would add with crypto then, especially around Terra Luna. Okay, because if you look at it this way, a monetary value, if you look at the old ecosystem, the way that the economy in the US was growing, okay, the dollar was pegged against the gold standard. Okay, so for every dollar you owned, physical bit of gold. Okay, since they took that gold standard away, they were able to print as much dollars as they want. So now the actual physical money we hold, if it's dollars, if it's pounds, if it has no real value, okay, there's no real tangibility behind that. So this is the new monetary value, and this is why a lot of countries are trying to utilize Bitcoin as its standard. So this is the way, and we've been speaking about it for years. We like to look at Bitcoin as gold and Ethereum as the silver standard, okay? Because there is that monetary value that a lot of economies can build off. So I really think in regards to cryptocurrency and what Terra Luna is doing with Bitcoin is an amazing step forward. And a lot of other countries will start looking at this. And the next thing that I also want to leave you with is I've looked into a couple of whales wallets. Okay, now if you know about cryptocurrency, the wallets are visible to anyone. I can see what Dennis holds, Dennis can see what I hold in my wallet, and so on and so on, just by the wallet address. And the whales are accumulating a lot of the bigger coins, a lot of the Bitcoins, a lot of the Ethereums. I've seen, I'm not going to put it out there, but I've seen a lot of whales hold XRP, okay, which I hope they're going to buy more of that. But they are buying coins right now. So they are doing exactly what we teach. When everyone is fearful, the big players in the game are buying. Okay, so if you ever get scared, just try and see what whales are doing. Try and see, are they buying coins? And then that should make you feel a bit more comfortable investing as that market falls.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we are so early, right? This is just the beginning, and we're so happy and excited that we're just in the beginning here. So let's move over to the VCAs as well and start to round this off. So looking at Alibaba, we took some profits there, 10%, which is good, right? It fell down for a long time, but then rallied up, right? And the most important time to invest is at the low, at the bottom. So we made 10% there. So it's worth a moo. Awesome. And then we have INSEE as well. This is Insight Corporation, where we came out of yesterday with a profit of 15%. So here we go. Good one for VCA, right? So we see that's where we have many different strategies. We'll make money on some will be buying, right? So we're always going to make money on something. We hope. And Johnson & Johnson, we put a stop loss at plus 10%, looking at profit in from the investment we made down here. And then we have Square as well, where we locked in 25% profit, just kept rising that stop loss. That's worth another moo, I think. Very good. So plus 25% there. And then we had one here, which is Facebook. And we should have taken profits here. We have an average price around 200. We were up around 16, 70%, currently only 7 or 8%. So now we have to wait until it's up again. And I would say even we make even Keith makes mistakes, right? So we should have put a stop loss in place here. So if you did take profits, awesome. But that's why it's so important. Number one, not to have these many VCAs. Number two, watch them every day for 20 minutes. So that's really the update here for the VCAs as well. And the last one we want to add is NVIDIA. And the reason we want to add NVIDIA is because it's such an amazing company. Guess what? They're actually in the gaming space as well with blockchain. And their gaming segment is listen to this, is equaling 12.5 billion in sales. That's 46% of the revenue there, but they're also working with the electronics inside of cars as well, and working with some of the major names in the industry. So that's two things we're looking at. One, there's global. Two, that it has many different product lines and not relying on one single income stream, which they do not do, which is great to see. It being down 24%, I think it looks like a good opportunity as well. So anything you want to add there, Keith?
No, I think you rounded up very well. With NVIDIA, it is fundamentally strong. There is a large amount of area to grow. Okay, they are generating revenue from different areas. So they're generating revenue from obviously their microchips for gaming. They're also moving into automotive industry, okay, to create microchips for media content. Okay, if you just the media screens within some of the cars. And that really takes it away from their competitors like AMD, who are just focusing on laptop microchips. So I think NVIDIA has a great future. Okay, they are also generating money within their business. So they're doing it through their assets as well. So they're not solely reliant on their income. So I think, yeah, NVIDIA could be a good investment. But remember, if you're already invested into a lot of tech, you need to be hedged. You can't have 5 tech companies, because what happens is something like this, where the whole tech sector drops and you're going to be in loss until the tech sector recovers. So make sure you are hedged with this. So if you've got too many tech, maybe this ain't one for you. But if you've got no tech, this could be a good company to get into. Remember, this isn't advice. This isn't advice. Do your own research.
Yeah, we're not allowed to. We can only share what we're doing, of course. So now looking at the results. So here we go. This is today, the 12th of April, and we made 1%. We had one loss, but then we locked in 2% with the Buffaloes. We're up to 54.5% there. We booked 50% on the money invested with VCA as well, taking the total amount up to 995% on the money invested. So not on the whole portfolio, but on the money invested. So that will be different for all of us, the reflection on the portfolio. So with that being said, we also have 1,510% on the money invested with CCA, and 4,320 on stocks or on small caps with cryptos as well. So with this being said, this is the results, and this was trades of the week for this week. Do make sure you comment below. Are you getting these results as well? We would love to hear from you. And also, if you enjoy what you're seeing, press that like button, subscribe to the channel, and also press that alarm bell to ensure that you're getting the latest notifications exactly when we're posting the video, so you can take action as soon as we do as well. Do make sure you go to investment-mastery.com/insider to sign up for our amazing new section or new part of our offering, which is totally free, by the way. We can watch courses, download exclusive content, and join an incredible community totally for free. So with all that in mind, and that being said, we hope you're going to join us next week for Trades of the Week. It's every week, every month, every year, right? We're going to keep doing this forever. So do make sure you join us here. So with that being said, everyone, from myself, Keith, and the whole team, have an amazing week, and we look forward to seeing you in the next Trades of the Week.